It's episode 64. And everybody around the world knows what's going on. Everything in the world is closed because of COVID-19. The CDC has it locked down. I don't even know what CDC stands for. Creme de la creme? Is that what that stands for? Like, what am I supposed to be out here doing, dog? I feel like I'm grounded. You remember being a kid and your mom's like, hey, yo, go be isolated in your room. We were practicing social distancing in 2008. It's like, hey, go to your room, chill out for a bit, stay 6 feet away from me. I can't handle you. That's what I feel like. I feel like that I'm grounded in my own world because I'm an adult now. Well, I mean, I'm somewhat of an adult. I pay my own bills. I do my own thing. I go to work. That's the only thing I can do. I am the only person in the world still going to work. Still, that's what I like about the world is that everything's closed, locked down. Hey, I go to work and see 1,000 people every day. I'm within 6 feet of people all damn day. Hey, where is my social justice at is what I'm asking. I don't know. But DJ Salad is going to get us into this podcast 64. I feel grounded is what I'm going to call it. Because I feel grounded. And that could be a metaphor. That could be, I feel like I'm stuck on the ground. I feel like I can't move. Or it can feel like, I feel like my mother grounded me and I can't do anything that I want to do. I can't go to rallies. I can go to rallies. I can't go sit at Applebee's. I don't do that, but I can't. Can't go on a date. Don't do that much, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm just going to let this podcast ride out. I'm not even, if it's not 20 minutes, it's not 20 minutes. I mean, it's going to be at least 20 minutes. But I'm saying if it's 40 minutes, I don't have shit else to do, partner. All right? But whatever. DJ Salad, could you please, are we in there? We're in there. Oh, man, the world that we live in today. Go get your toilet paper. Oh my, exactly right. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm about to start freestyling. Hold on. Check it, don't wreck it. Got the steal second. I don't give a shit. Hit me with the switch, bitch, I'm grounded. I'm staying in the ditch. I don't give a shit. You playing Nintendo Switch? Why we bitching? Why we flirting? This is how, if I was a rapper, this is what I'm doing. Hey, how are you doing out there today? How are you doing? Okay, thank you, DJ Salad. Thank you. Man, we went heavy into the intro. I'm sorry. We went heavy into the intro. I don't even know what is going on in the world. A pandemic. I looked that word up. I didn't know what it meant. I can be honest. A pandemic. I thought a pandemic meant that everybody was at the disco. Do you remember that song, Pandemic at the Disco? Or something about a disco? There's a song with pandemic and disco in the title. I don't really remember, but I know that I've seen those words together. And that's the only reason. I think I've seen that word, pandemic. I've seen that word before. So I went and I did a little Google search. If you're listening to this on audio, I'm just typing on my computer. That's what I'm doing. So I went and looked up the word, and it means everybody in the world's affected by it. So if you're having pandemic at the disco, that means everybody in the world's at the fucking disco. In this case, everybody in the fucking world is affected by a virus called coronavirus. Man, I tell you what am I supposed to do? This is the biggest fear I've had in the world is if something comes around and affects the entire world. I'm isolated as is. I'm by myself all the time. I go to the YMCA. I go to work. I come here and do the podcast. Okay? I have minimum friends. I have 3-4 friends that I see occasionally once a month. I'd say once every 2 weeks. Once to 2 weeks? Once a week, maybe? I don't know. It's on average throughout the year. It's not a lot. It's not as much as it was back in the day. But we're all grown. We all have our own lives. We all have everything going on. I understand. I can deal with being alone. But I can't deal with the world being shut down to its core. It's just shut down. Can't go to the YMCA. You want me to sit in my apartment, isolated from the world, which, okay, I can stay isolated from the world. I can stay 6 feet away from people. But I have to get out and do something. I can't sit here and be depressed because that's what happens when you sit. Well, me. I don't want to put my feelings and how I think on anybody else. But I'm saying that's how I am. If I'm sitting around, something is wrong. If you call me at 1 p.m. and I'm like, oh, I'm just chilling on the couch under the blanket watching Netflix, something's wrong. Desperately, something's wrong. I don't do that. Like, and now it's 11 o'clock, 11:20. My normal, dude, this is my Sundays that I do. I wake up. I make sure that my apartment's clean. Get everything back in order from, you know what, the work week. Everything goes dirty. It gets bad. I try and mop and then do all that. I try and sweep. I sweep before I mop. You know how that goes, right? I do all that. I listen to my podcast, Jordan B. Peterson. That's my boy. Listen to him. He throws a podcast every Sunday, so it works out in my favor. Then at noon, I go to the gym. Stay there about 2 hours because it's my day off. Have nothing else to do. Don't hang out with people. So I stay there about 2 hours. Now, and I work out for like an hour, and I play basketball for an hour. So I break it up. I'm not in there trying to be Arnold or anybody like that, or not trying to be Larry Wills. I think that's a guy online, right? That's a real guy. Yeah. But what I'm saying is my world has been turned upside down just as everybody else. But this brought a fear into my life. This brought a fear because I'm only getting older. I'm only getting weaker. You know what I'm saying? Like in 30 fucking years, well, I'll say 40 years, I'll be 68. Okay? When I'm 68 and am I going to be immobile? Am I going to take care of myself well enough that when I'm 68, if I make it that far, if I avoid getting hit by a bus, that I think that will eventually happen, that would be my way that I exit this world. It might be a bus full of coronavirus. I don't know. But I'm saying, I don't know what's going to go down in the next 40 years of my life. I don't really know. But when I'm 68, if I'm confined to my house, my apartment, where the fuck I am, and hopefully I won't be in a hospice care. Is that even correct? Where old people that are at the back end chill out with their other friends until they pass away. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I'm saying I think I might go crazy. Just sitting there, just like I hope I have that whatever old girl had in The Notebook. I hope I had. She don't remember people. She don't remember shit. She doesn't even know she's alive barely in the movie. I need that. I'm gonna need that one. Is that dementia? I don't know. But when I'm 68, if I'm stuck in the crib, let me tell you something. I do not condone in drug use at all. You're right. I don't condone in it. I mean, marijuana, here or there sometimes, but hey, coke, meth, all that, codeine, is that a drug? What is that? It's good with Sprite, I hear. I don't know. Or I think that's what makes it codeine is when you mix Sprite in it. I don't know. But I'm saying that I don't know where I'm going to be at in 40 years. But I tell you, if I'm immobile, let me tell you, just come back to this video, 2020. What is it? March 20. I don't even have a calendar on my clock. A calendar on the clock. It's like March 22nd, I believe. If I am immobile in 40 years, bruh, find me the local drug dealer. I want roids. I want everything that will make me forget that I'm alive. I'm gonna do DMT. I'm gonna do all of it. I'm gonna do what's that cool one? There's a one with a cool word, with a cool name. Oh fuck, I don't remember. But look, see, I'm already forgetting shit. But what I'm saying is, man, how am I supposed to move around when they're telling us not to move? Right? Then they're making me nervous about going outside. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I can't sit here. I cannot sit in my apartment and die. I would rather go out in the woods, go on my hunt when I'm looking for, a buffalo? Right? Back in the day when you had to go hunt and provide for your family? I'm out here looking for buffaloes, dog. Y'all can stay in the crib because I feel like if everybody in the world stays in the crib but me, right? I'm just doing the math. If everybody's isolated in their crib, right? I'm out here doing my thing. We'll be fine. We'll be 6 feet apart. I'm not trying to break in your crib and get. That's what the new crime's gonna be. Fucking Becky caught Dan cheating on her, getting a blowjob from Sarah across the street. Oh, she's like, oh, you want to fuck with? 6 feet. We're supposed to be 6 feet apart right now. Oh yeah, we're 2 feet apart now. 2 feet apart now. And then Dan's like, fuck, she's about to give me corona. I was at Huck's yesterday, and the lady yelled at me 6 feet apart. ma'am, hey, I'm still a customer, dog. Like, don't treat me like I have coronavirus. Like, she just out here. She had gloves. She had a face mask. I get it. It's scary, but damn, you just out here lashing the Hux cashiers out here 6 feet apart. I told you stay 6 feet. I'm about to slap you, bitch. If you slap me, we're gonna be within 6 feet. Stretch Armstrong. You know? And I'm just saying, man. I feel grounded. I feel like I did something wrong. And the world has turned on me. Which also I know. The universe. I always talk about the universe. I promise I don't have COVID-19. That's just my sniffles, man. It's cold outside. Right? It's cold outside. But what I'm saying is, I know it's scary out here. We got COVID-19. We got election time. We got a lot of shit going on. And the universe is trying to kill us because there's too many people. There's too much shit going on in the world. And the strong will survive, which is not good in this case because this COVID-19, coronavirus, oh shit. I think they're going to demonetize all this money I'm going to make off this video because I said coronavirus. Shit, what am I going to do? Whatever am I going to do? What am I going to do? Man, it's just frustrating. It's a frustrating time for all of us, I know. But man, I'm really not in a good place in the sense that my routine that I've been doing for the past 2 to 3 years, it's like I fell back into who I used to be. I fell back into the lazy couch potato that just wants to play video games, and just chill out and not talk to people. That's what I like to do. But I know it's not healthy for me. That's how you get to 260 pounds. And I refuse to go back to that. So I went out on a limb. I've been running. I've been talking about it. I've been running for the past, it's probably been like a month or two. No, it's like a month and 4 days. I started running 3 miles at a time, at least 4 days a week. I try and do 5, but 4 days seems to be the pattern that I have fell into. So the past 5 days, it's been raining, all these, just cold, everything. I haven't been able to run. I haven't been able to go to the Y. I can't work out. What am I going to do, work out in my apartment? And yes, I could work out in my apartment, but it just doesn't feel like I'm doing anything. It feels like I'm not pushing myself. It's like I do 7 push-ups. Then I'm like, what's on YouTube? Let's see what YouTube's doing. That's what I do when I'm at home working out. I can't just sit there and work. You mean watch some Jane Fonda? Some Richard Simmons? Where's he at? He's at the crib. He was preparing for the coronavirus 7 years before it got here. But what I'm trying to say is, it's difficult for me to get in the mental space to be like, hey, I'm going to work out at home. Work out at home? Bitch, I want to get out there where the weights are, and I want to get out in the world and just explore. Oh, what the fuck? What am I out here exploring? Ford Explorer? Am I out here Dora Explorer? I'll tell you what, man. So the other day, I was like, fuck it. I'm going to go run. And I'm going to run until I either pass out, feel sleepy, until I'm hurting so bad I can't run anymore. I ended up running 10 miles. I ran 10 miles at a 10-minute pace. Well, and the worst part about it was I didn't pace myself well because I didn't know I was going to end up running 10 miles. So my first mile was like 8 minutes and 50 seconds. Then my second mile was like 9 minutes. Then my third mile was like 9:16. And then I was like, dude, I might as well just keep running. So I just kept running, and I ran 10 miles. Let me tell you something. I gained tremendous respect for people who run. Like 10 years ago when I was an idiot, when I was a kid, I was a dumbass. I'm still a dumbass, but I'm losing letters out of dumbass. I'm losing like one S. Like I'm like a dumbass. I'm dumbass. Like a dumbass is the neighbor. Dumbass the taxi driver who hit the stop sign. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I just gained a lot of respect for people who run. And I think now I want to turn into a runner. Because when the world fails me, if the fucking sidewalk starts falling through the earth, I'm like, hey, is something trying to kill me? Yes, the universe is trying to kill you. It's trying to kill us. And also, I'm just perplexed in this whole situation because everything's shut down. And I've closed myself off to like sports and all that. I don't care about sports being shut down. They really don't help me anymore. I used to be a big sports fan. That's all I used to do is watch other people do shit. And I was like, hey man, maybe you should get the fuck out there and do something. And that's where I'm at now. And now that I did it, and the fucking 2 years in, the world's shut down. It's almost like I've been tricked. I've been tricked by the world, by the universe. I've been tricked. It was like, hey man, why don't you try and better your life? And 2 years from now, we're going to strip it away where you have nothing. And it's almost like I'm being tested. Why am I being tested? I don't know. I'm not being tested for the COVID-19. I heard that bitch takes 5 days to get back. You know how many people I see in 5 days? If I take a test and then in 5 days, I don't put this virus out there. If I have it, I'm like, shit. And they're going to be mad at me saying, oh, you should have stayed home. Bitch, I'm asymptomatic. Is that how I say it? I like that word. I mean, I don't like what the word means for the COVID-19, but I like the word asymptomatic. I don't forgot it. Shit, man. Oh. So I'm just gonna, and I've been eating mad unhealthy. I ate KFC 3 times in 5 days. They also, if you're planning on going to KFC, they don't have sweet tea right now until COVID-19. Doesn't it feel like a fucking army's infiltrated the fucking world? And it's like, hey, watch out for this. Watch out for C virus. Watch out for C virus pilots. Watch out. Stay 6 feet apart from C virus, man. I'm scared to do anything. I'm scared that if I go outside and I start to run, that I'm going to be sniped by a coronavirus activist that's out there like, hey, stay inside, bitch. And then, look, and then I have failed in my life because I didn't get hit by a bus and I didn't make it to 70. Because that's the two things. If I get hit by a bus, you know, I was like, when I first started doing this, I said, if I get hit by a bus now, 2 years ago, a year ago when I started this, I'm sorry. So like a year and a month ago, I was like, if I get hit by a bus today, I will not be happy because I did not become the man I wanted to. And now, today, a year later from that statement, I'm like, hey, there's something that I'm doing right, and I felt like I metaphorically got hit by a bus, and I've been stopped in my tracks. And it's like, what the fuck you gonna do, bro? What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? And I don't really know what I'm gonna do about it. I kind of feel like last night, I was just sitting in bed, and I'm just like my brain's just going crazy. It's like, dog, we gotta do something. We gotta go work out. You can't. You physically can't. I mean, I could do fucking push-ups in the laundry room at my crib, but hey, what the fuck, man? It is shut down out here. And I'm just saying, I understand because we don't want to get the elderly sick or the immune compromised people they're already fucked up already. I'm not saying fucked up like, you know what I'm saying? They got some shit wrong with them. In the sense of their immunity and I don't even know if I do. I don't know. I went and got my physical the other day. They didn't seem to be worried. Not at all. Didn't seem to be worried about it. Oh, also, let's talk about, last week I said I had an eye exam, right? And I was nervous about it because 2 years ago, the woman passed me being kind to me. She's like, hey, you're going to have to get fucking glasses. So I didn't get glasses in that 2 years. That's what I said last week. I told you, if you're listening on audio, how are you? How's it going? Are you inside? Stay inside. Also, don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can go on Apple iTunes, go on Spotify, go on all that. Just search TP's Takeover. I'm sure it'll pop up. I don't know. Who really gives a fuck? I'm just doing this for me because I have nothing else to fucking do. But what I was saying is, I was nervous about my eye exam. I was like, I didn't get my glasses in the 2 years that I had to get them. She's like, hey, make sure you get glasses. Like, I'm going to pass you on this eye exam, but make sure you get glasses. And I'm like, all right, cool, I got you. 2 years? 2 years to me still is an eternity. Like, you know how you were like, summer's over in a week. You're like, a week? Bro, we got forever. A week feels like 2 days. But when I hear years, I still like, that's a while. That's a while. Like, even a year sounds like it's not fast. But to me, I realize that 2 years is a lot longer than a year in my mind. Because a year, I'm like, gone. But that's how I kind of look at my life in a year. It's hard for me to look at 20 years, which I'm trying to work on. I'm working on that. But I didn't get my glasses. It's the whole idea behind this, what I'm saying. And I didn't do it. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to roll in there and just, just let it fly. Maybe my eyes, maybe something. I came in contact. Contact like for your eyes? No? Okay. I came in contact with something that gave me the ability to see better. And I was like, yeah, maybe that happened. Let me tell you something. The pounding that I wasn't worried about the drug test and all that. Your boy is good. I wasn't worried about her telling me to do squats, touch your toes, and I wasn't dancing. She was just saying, like, you got to show the mobility skills that you have in your body. And I was like, okay, I got you. I can do that. I can do that for you, Doc Holliday. And so I did all that. It was good. We get to the eye exam. And I'm sweating bullets. But she doesn't know. She weighed me before we did the eye exam. And and the weight machine was like a foot away from the eye exam. I was like, and I just got the closest line to, because you know how that eye exam is, like a green one and a red line, and then there's like letters they start real big, they get smaller. I went to the one that was like, that looks like it could be a good line to read. I just fucking memorized it. And I closed my left eye first because my right eye is the one that has the good vision, the better vision. And I said it. I was like, bam, bam, bam. Said FLMAO. And then she's like, close your other eye. And I couldn't see dog shit with it. I was like, oh. I was like, wait, just say what you just said. I was like, FLM. I just repeated what I said on the other one because I memorized it. And I had to say it 3 times. Both eyes, right eye, left eye, right? And the both eyes and the right eye, I could pretty well see it. But my left eye, even with trying to remember it, I still got hesitant. I was nervous just because I knew that's my failure eye. That's the eye that's holding me back in the world. That's the eye that is not letting me improve my life. And so and then we got done. And I was like, she's like, you ever had surgery? I was like, I had 2 eye surgeries. Like, oh, well, your vision is great to have eye surgeries. I was like, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And that sealed the deal. I left there. You would have thought that I hit that game winner in 8th grade against Tate's Creek High School or middle school when we was at a tournament in Transy, and I missed it. But you would think after I passed this eye exam, you would have thought that I hit that shot. You would have thought that I passed 8th grade the first time. You know what I'm saying, dude? And it's just, it took some burden off me that I passed it. And now I'm still going to get glasses, but I bought some time. That's what I did. I bought some time. And also I noticed that they put the taxes, you like do your taxes by April 15th. They put that bitch off by 2 months, dog. That's crazy. That's the world. Doesn't it seem like something's going on around here? It's like, hey, don't be close to anybody. Hey, stay your distance. It's like somebody's going to show up at your door. Like the Men in Black are going to show up at everybody's door once at a time. Like, just know, hey, they're going to let you know something. You're going to be like, what the fuck? Then they're going to tell you not to tell anybody, which we live in a world where everybody tells everybody everything. But you know how you have those people that go to somebody, like, hey, don't tell anybody this. And then say that to that person. They go to somebody else, like, hey, don't. They're telling the same thing that they told the first person, but they're like, hey, don't tell anybody. So they don't want these 2 people to talk about it. That's where we're going. And all I'm saying is, I want to go work out, but I can't. And I'm getting frustrated because I have nothing else to do. And I'm not going to sit on my couch and watch TV. Okay? That's just not the way I roll. The more I sit on the couch and watch TV, the more my anxiety builds up, the more I get frustrated with the world, the more shit just it's like if my brain is an office and you walk in and it's just like you go in there, you're in your office, you have a coffee cup, you lay it on the counter, then you leave it there that day. Next day, you bring in another coffee cup, drink it, leave it on the cup. And then just over a week, you're just like, where the fuck? There's an Arby's bag. There's a fucking goat in my office. Like, why is all this shit in my office? And you got to re-clear it. And that's what happens when I sit still. And I just don't like sitting. It's just not good for me. Like, right? It's just, I can feel. It's like when I just sit there just watching a show, it just seems so pointless to me. It's just like, dude, it makes it hard for me. Like, even, like, I could watch something like that's educational, I guess, in the sense that I like documentaries. I watched Tiger King last night. Dude, if you're out there in the world, go watch Tiger King. And I felt bad. Like, that's really, I put my place in where I feel bad for taking leisure time. And I was like, why the fuck do I do that to myself? It's like I always say, you need to be working on something. And then when I don't, I feel bad. I make myself feel bad about it. But I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I watched this documentary called Tiger King. Go search it on Netflix. And it's about a gay guy who's a redneck who owns 227 tigers. Owned 227 tigers. Had a bunch of animals. And he was out of Oklahoma, had this big beef. He hated this fucking woman from Florida. I forgot her name. But he hated, I think her name was Carol Bavin, something like that. He hated this woman. And he tried to set up, and I'm not gonna tell the story. I just want you to know that he's a gay guy who's a redneck. Quite possibly the funniest thing I've ever seen was this guy. Not how it derailed and how the story unfolded and how it just all was bad. It was all bad. It was a bad idea. And man, I didn't know how much it costs to feed. And if you have like 12 tigers, it's like $60,000 a year to feed them. I'm like, holy shit. That's more than I make in a year, dog. Like, come on. That is insane. That is preposterous. Fuck. If you're on audio, man, just if you're listening to this on audio, I mean, how are you? We're all gonna get through this, but I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna be a long 2 weeks for me. It's gonna be a long 2 weeks. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, if Wi-Fi goes out, if your LTE connection to the world goes out and you can't connect, like, I don't fucking go out there and message people or talk to people online, but I like to look up fucking articles. I like to do dumb shit online. And I'm saying, if that fails right now, bro, shit's already hit the fan. Shit's gonna hit the fucking window and the fan and all of it. It's gonna be all over the living room floor. It's gonna be everywhere. It's gonna be, well, what the fuck happened in here, guys? Like, I was gone for 10 minutes. And could you imagine? Like, I saw a story about like 19 people were gone for 25 days, like exploring the Grand Canyon, which we'll never fucking do. Not that I'm saying that I won't explore the Grand Canyon, but I'm saying, if y'all ask me, hey, guy, you want to go to the Grand Canyon for 25 days? Oh, no, I don't. Give me 3 days, 4 days, max. 25, dog. 25. That's a month. And it could have been in February. That's a hell of a month in February. Well, they had a leap year, so that extra day that they bought. But 25 days, I don't know if I could go 25 days anywhere, to be honest with you guys. Like, where would I go for 25 days? Where would I go for 25 days? Dude, if I ever went to prison, this is what I feel like. I feel like that the world is in prison. Like, home, what is it called? Home release? Home, shit, man. You're at home. You're confined to your home. And you feel like you just got out of prison. I'm on parole. They didn't have any more bracelets. So they was like, hey, we trust you. You got to stay at home. You can't leave. You can't leave your crib. Stay 6 feet away from people. It's like a criminal out there, like a pedophile. You know, like, you got to stay 260 feet from the school because you're a pedophile. And I'm not saying that I feel like a pedophile, but I'm saying that I feel like that if I get close to people, that it's like, hey, man, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you 6 feet within 6 feet to me? Like, who the fuck are you? Like, hey, if I get pulled over, do I have, hey, cop, back the fuck up 5 feet. You all up in my grill. I could smell the corona coming off your breath. It's like, what am I supposed to do? Man, I tell you what, it's hella lonely out here. It's a pandemic at the disco. And that's what this whole thing is about. That whole entire word that I haven't heard in years, since pandemic at the disco was a hit. See, man, I don't understand why. Listen, if you're on audio, I just had to cut up the audio so that I could get back in here, because the camera only likes to film 28 minutes of what I'm doing. Does this camera not know? Does this camera not know that I have to get the gold to the people? Does this camera not know I have to get the coal to the people so they can turn their lights on? Huh? Do the people not know that the comedic value that I bring to people's life is going to change the world in about 17 years. Give me 17 years to better myself, and I will change the world. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. But I was talking about pandemic at the disco. What a word, huh? Pandemic. It means it affects everybody in the world. Man, and I guess I'm gonna get out of here. It's been 30 minutes. I've kept you long enough, and hey, stay safe out there, my guy. Stay safe out there. And hey, I guess I'm a runner now. I ran 10 miles. I did the damn thing at a 10-minute pace. And I guess I'm going to do it again. I guess I'm going to do it until I die or coronavirus dies. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get out of here. And this is episode 64. Catch you next Monday, I guess. Shit, what else am I supposed to do? Oh, hold up. Thank you, DJ Salad. We in this. I'm about to end this podcast. Where is the grass? What? Huh? I kick you in your ass. I'm about to go fish and catch me a bass. Oh, I wish I had laces for my shoes. I wish I had shoes for my laces. I tell you what, I'm about to open the crave case. Do whatever you do, but don't let the door hit you on the way out.